Alright, I've decided it's about time to give this a go. 5 parsecs from home tactics. This is my mercenary crew that I'm going to try and do a campaign on. Up front here we've got our recon squad. They're called the Beryllium Stormers. They have blast pistols, infantry lasers, and the specialist guy here has a flame projector that's going to be using the stream rules, which I don't think I've seen those in any of the other 5 parsecs games. Sergeant is this guy with the pistol. His name is Sergeant Diano. Next up we have the Scarlet Stormers. This guy who's got a little bit more red on him, he is the boss. He is Sergeant Tanaka. They all have power claws and blasters. They have a 5+ armor, and their veteran skill, they are brawlers. They reroll 1s for assault. I forgot. These guys, my recon unit, are called the Beryllium Stormers. They have quick, which gives them a 4+ dash instead of a 2+ dash. Then back here I have my one regular unit of just regular old Scarlet Reapers. They have blades and military rifles, and they have 6+ armor. And the guy kind of like laying down here, he's the Sergeant Stanislav. And then over here, we've got my boss. He's the leader. He has 4 Reapers that accompany him. He has a flat gun and a glare sword. And his veteran skill is lucky. He gets a 6+ save. That's about it for those guys. For the enemies, okay, for the enemies, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of rabble. That's just pretty much what it sounds like. They're just kind of Wasteland Raiders. And 2 of them are going to be out here. And I'm not going to know exactly what is what until I get close. But in here in the center, I'm going to have 1 unit here and then 1 unit on that side. And we're going to have a mortar in the center. And it's going to have a minimum range of 8 inches instead of 12 inches. And for our leaders here, we have, this is Dinara Darkblade. She is an expert fighter. In close combat, she gets 1 additional attack. And this is the leader. He is Ragnar the Vile. He has the gunslinging skill. He can fire 2 pistols for 1 attack. And besides the rabble, 1 unit out here about is going to be roid mutants, and they're quite a bit tougher. It's these guys right here. The rabble just have either pistols, military rifles, and blades. And the roid mutants have military rifles and breach axes, which are kind of a heavy tearing weapon. I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna start out. This game right here, Song of Blades and Heroes, is the first game I tried to play solo back almost 10 years ago. And I kind of freaked out because there isn't really a point system. There is if you go online. And thinking back on my mindset back then is really kind of whack. Like, I guess I just was in that train of thought of from my Warhammer Fantasy Battle days through the 90s and trying to crunch the points and always having that 1 or 2 points over, and you're like, it's just, I don't know. Solo play points kind of not necessary unless you're like a stickler and you really want to do the points, but like somebody made those points and they probably did well. In this case, I would say Ivan Sorensen probably did quite a bit of research, and because he's a pretty thorough guy, I would say, and he probably did. It's probably pretty good, but just not necessary to have a good time with yourself. So no points. All right, I'm gonna roll on the 100 scenario seeds to see what I come up with, just for fun. All right, we got a 62. Specialists are preparing to raid a POW camp to liberate an important army commander. All right, that sounds pretty cool, actually. All right, now I'm going to roll on the skirmish scenario table on page 75 and see if I can roll something that I can make work here. I got a 24. Score kills. Randomly select a figure from your own army. The objective is completed when the figure kills 2 enemies. Alright. And somebody's going to need to kill 2 enemies. I did a random dice roll and it came up with Captain Diano of the Beryllium Stormers, the recon unit. He's going to need to kill 2 enemies. All right, now I'm going to roll on the secondary objective table on page 83 and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I will like re-roll, but because it might be just too crazy or whatever. But we'll see. Okay, I got a 9. Kill target. Randomly select an enemy independent character, an individual who isn't a member of a squad that must be killed to complete the objective. I can make that work. Okay, I've got the Beryllium Stormers set up in this this building. They're going to start out in cover. Scarlet Stormers, that's my heavies. They're going to start out right here behind these containers. These 4 Scarlet Reapers and my boss, Commander Clive Arasaki, are going to start out in this building. And then over here on the end, my other Stormer unit is going to start out. So that's going to be the starting edge of the table. Here's the table. Our main objective is going to be to free the POW. He's going to be right here. We're going to want to take out this mortar or get within 8-inch because I decided to make the range for it 8 inches. And then we're going to have 3 units outside of the fort randomly. And I'm going to roll for those right now. Okay, 2 of the enemy objectives are over here on this side, and then 1 is over here. We'll have to get close enough. 2 of them will just be regular Wasteland rabble, and 1 will be the roid mutants that are a bit tougher. And then secondary objective Captain Diano here has got to kill 2 enemies to prove himself. Main objective, primary objective is going to be to free this guy, and then the other secondary objective is going to be to eliminate Ragnar the Vile. And that's going to be the game. Hopefully the rules soup in my head doesn't get a little too out of hand and I don't forget what the hell I'm doing. But anyways, I'm gonna roll off for who goes first. The bad guy's gonna be pink and I'm going to be the green. And it looks like I'm going to go first, which is kind of good because that mortar, I said I gave it an 8-inch. Part of that is if my troops get really close, I want them to be able to make the choice that it could deviate and kind of into their own little complex there, which I don't know, we just kind of add to the fun. But if they would have started it, they could have fired that thing, that mortar into like here or here, and then it does like extra damage. Next here. Oh, where's the kitty cat? He just jumped on the board. Okay, so I've got 1 unit. I'm gonna count my leader. What is his name? I need to. Commander Clive Arasaki. It's Commander Clive Arasaki. I'm just gonna have him be a part of this little unit here, and I'll just use his reaction score, which is 3, and this unit has a reaction of 2, this unit has a reaction of 2, and this unit has a reaction of 2. 1 unit gets to go automatically, and then up to 3 others if they make their reaction score. Oh, you know what? Okay, 1 unit gets to go automatically, so I need to roll 3 dice. I guess, for the other 3 units. Okay, 4, 3, and 6, so no other unit would be eligible to go. But 1 unit gets to go automatically, no one else. Well, wait a minute. I could have 1 unit go, and then this unit go, so 2 units would go this turn. I'm gonna do that. Okay, for my free unit, I'm gonna have the recon guys go. They've all got a movement of 4, but they have the quick veteran. I can't remember what they're called. It's not an edge, but they can move 4 inches. Oh, they're moving out of a building though. It takes like 2 inches. Well, there's a doorway that's open. Okay, there's 2 doorways that are open. I think that's probably not going to really slow them down too much. But here we go. Maybe a little. But yeah, I think it takes 2 inches to go through a window. 2 inches of movement, but yeah, those are like doorways. Okay, and now they get to dash 4 inches. I think they're gonna go ahead and try and go right. Well, they're not in cover from the mortar, really, but they are in cover from these guys up here, as you see. Alright, next up, we're going to have these guys. I think I am going to... It looks a little bit harder to get through that, so that is going to take away 2 inches of their movement to climb out of here. So now they have 2 inches of movement left. To do that. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Okay, the Scarlet Reapers are gonna fire first. They're like 7 inches away. Those guys are behind cover, so they'd hit on a 6, but they have a +1 weapon skill, so they're gonna hit on a 5 or 6. Let's see, there's a 6. There's a, oh geez. All right, 3 of them hit. That's pretty crazy. All right. Okay, the rabble have a toughness of 3. So we have 1 hit and 2 suppression. All right, 1 guy's down and 2 guys are suppressed. Now it's time for Captain Clive Arasaki to fire his flak gun. It has focused, so it can only hit 1 person. It does 2 shots though. Let's see. 2 and a 4. So he misses. Oh, wait a minute. What's his weapon skill? Okay, he has a combat skill of +2, so he actually hits on 1. So, we will have 1 guy have to make his his toughness roll. 3, that is equal. Okay, equal to toughness is not a kill. It is exceeds toughness, so that just adds another suppression marker to the unit of rabble. Okay, Captain Diano's recon, they dashed, and I did read again that it cost 1 inch of movement to go through a door, but I think that's like opening a door. Those are just holes, so I'm gonna stick with what I was doing there. Now it is the enemy's turn to see who can go. Okay, for the bad guys' turn, we got 1 unit here, 2, 3, the bosses, 4, the mortar crew, and 5 on that wall. Then we have 3 units out and about that are hidden. They're skulking. They're going to be rolled for separate. But I'm going to roll for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units first. Okay, I'm going to roll for 4 units because 1 unit gets to go for free. And it looks like only 1 unit is going to... wait a minute. 1 unit. Okay, Ragnar the Vile has a reaction of 3, so he can go, and then 1 other unit. But he's not really doing anything. He's just kind of sitting there. So I guess it'll probably just be 1 other unit. Okay, these guys here would be firing behind cover here. So they'd be a 6+ to hit. Plus they have 3 suppression tokens. I guess it would still just be a 6+ to hit. But since only 1 unit can go besides Ragnar the Vile, who's just sitting tight, I think it makes sense to try and fire the mortar. And on a 3+, they're going to be able to fire it at the tower here. 1. They do not successfully get their shell off, but next turn they don't have to roll. So I need to leave a marker here. Okay, I'm going to leave that marker there to remind me if they decide to fire at the same target, if it has not moved next round, then they just get a free shot, which means these guys are probably going to move. I did change my mind. I think I'm going to have Ragnar the Vile just move up here to the wall. Oop, I didn't mean to knock it over. He has a movement of 5, and with his dash, he could probably make it up to there. Because he is a pretty good fighter, so it makes sense to have him up there in cover where he can fight. Okay, I'm just going to have the skulking units move randomly here using the bug hunt mechanic. The green is going to be stay in place, and the pink is going to be aggressive. Okay, so this one's just going to stand, or random movement, I mean. He's going to move 3 inches randomly this way. Three and 3, that's 2 of the same, so he's just going to stay right there. Ooh, oh crap, I didn't realize that was right there. I thought it was back here somewhere. All right. 4 inches randomly that way. I think I'm gonna have them head for the doorway there. I have 2 units here who have not moved. One will get to move for free, and then one will move on a 2+. 2. Okay, both of my other units get to move this turn. Finish up turn 1 for my guys. These guys just moved up here behind the shrooms to stay in cover, and then these guys moved up behind this crate, so no more fire on my behalf. And we're just kind of trying to stay in cover and hopefully blow the wall out or the door down here soon enough. Okay, since my entire team is gone, that means that the rest of their entire team gets to go. So dagnabbit, our cover's gone. All right, okay, these 4 are gonna attack them, but they're only gonna hit on 6s. All right, let's see. There's 1 6. Okay, 1 hit. I'm just gonna put it on one of the troopers, and they have a toughness of. They have a toughness of 4. That is a 1. That will be 1 suppression. Okay, it looks like nobody else can really do anything. Those guys just want to stay in cover. She's watching the Han's effectively gone, so it's time to start turn number 2. overall, that game, that was a win, I would say. They freed the hostage. They killed Ragnar the Vile. Captain Diano only killed one trooper when he needed to kill two, but he did blow up the doors to the compound, and his recon crew probably did more damage than anyone, and they lost a pretty good amount of their troopers. But thanks for watching my solitaire nonsense. If you watched this far. All right, thanks.